Me and Batman back by popular demand. Alright chat, so normally I don't spin back to part 2s this quickly on the channel, but this Dark Knight Deviant, aka Batman, has so many unhinged moments that I literally could not wait to get back into it and show y'all why you still genuinely couldn't pay me to fight Batman, bro. Especially considering the 6'9", 421-pound walking monstrosity we got up first on the list. Absolute Batman. And yes, you heard me right. In this universe, Batman literally has LeBron James type of height at 6'9" and weighs as much as a third of Dave Blunt's 421 pounds of pure muscle. And when I first picked up the Absolute Batman series, I just thought this would be another run-of-the-mill, darker Batman type of story with a minor twist or two. But nah, this is my one rule about the Absolute Batman universe. Everything you think you know about Batman, go ahead and throw that shit in the dumpster next to Wemby's title chances. Are you used to $1 billion Batman? Well, let me introduce you to blue-collar Brucey boy. Cause in this universe, Darkseid's hate for Batman is so strong, he literally dealt this man the horrendous fate of putting the fries in the bag.
The demons, they're after me. They watch me, they're in my head. The demons are in my head.
Because Bruce Wayne, yes, the Bruce Wayne, has a job. Multiple, in fact. Not only is Batman not a multi-billionaire with limitless resources in this universe, but instead of both of his parents getting popped like a pain pill in Crime Alley, getting sent to the gulag early, in this rendition of Batman, it was only Thomas Wayne who got murked at the Gotham City Zoo. Bruce's mom, Martha, is alive and well, living to see Bruce into adulthood. But regardless, the canon event that makes Batman Batman still happened. And y'all boys, I know I said Arkham Batman is probably the scariest Batman to go up against, but hey, after reading this, Absolute Batman might be worse. And y'all gonna see why. So we jump into Absolute Batman story to find out that Alfred, instead of being the Wayne's loyal family butler, is this badass, rugged MI6 military type of mercenary. And Jim Gordon is mayor of Gotham, who's calling a town hall meeting to directly address the threat of Black Mask, who leads the ruthless gang of havoc wreckers known as the Party Animals. And y'all boys, these thugs, masked up in high-tech shiesties, are so violent, so vile, so vicious, that they are single-handedly responsible for raising the murder rate in Gotham by 700%.
You need to leave.
Chat, I didn't stutter. 700% in Gotham! One of the worst fictional places you can live in, where you can literally get a 5-bed, 4-bath luxury penthouse for no more than a piece of pocket lint, chewed bubblegum, and a Coi Leray album. Yeah, nah. I would genuinely choose being homeless over living it up in Gotham, cause ain't no way, dog. But anyways, cut back to the scene, and the Party Animals have town halls surrounded, cause they see a perfect op. And you said all these high-ranking officers and officials are gonna be gathered in one place? Bet. Then we finna air that motherfucker out like some Febreze. So they flashbang the spot, busting in with straight switches and drakes, popping Mayor Gordon with one shot out the AK, while everybody else in the crowd is frozen in horror, cause they're all coming to the realization that it might be GG's. They might be cooked. But what the civilians and Party Animals didn't know is that Bruce Wayne is just donned the Batman mantle, aura forming in the sunset, and is about to pull up like prime Jalen Brunson. So in a nanosecond, these dudes are yeeted back from the front door, and it violently slams shut. So the police regain their bearings, and of course they're confused. So they're just like, what the hell was that? And Barbara Gordon, who's just a regular beat cop in this universe, cracks the door open to check, just to see Batman standing there, and he coldly says, whatever you hear, do not open the door. And do y'all know how I said the Party Animals are just a gang of carnage crazies? Well, Absolute Batman is a believer in the golden rule. He said, anything you do to my city, I'll do to you 10 times worse. Without killing you, of course.
Cap.
Yeah. These Party Animal thugs just got dealt a fate worse than death. And this whole time, Alfred's scoping out the scene from his vantage point, watching this all play out. So the Party Animals that Batman yeeted earlier look up, just to see bro hanging inverted from town hall, menacingly. So this dude empties the clip from his little Uzi, no vert. But nah, that's baby food twin. Cause this version of the Batcape is built different, literally. So real quick, in this universe, Bruce as a child was a prodigy, a genius. And for a school science fair, he was able to make this cloth-like material that could turn solid and pretty much take any shape he wanted. And Bruce used this concept to make a portable bridge, something that could be very useful in disaster relief efforts. So as he transcended into adulthood, he improved on this concept even further, turning this material into his cape. So not only can he glide like usual, but this material lets Batman weaponize his cape on command by using the origami-like interconnected tethers to create all types of things like spikes, whips, a shield, the list goes on. And y'all gonna see how creatively he uses this in a second. But anyways, these boys continue to spray at bats, but he just pops smoke.
See what I did there?
Man, you corny!
Descending from the heavens like a dark angel, putting every last bit of that 421-pound frame on dog, crushing his throat. And you expect me to believe he's alive? So Batman just hooks this other party animal by the neck with the Batcape, yeeting him across the county into the 3rd story of this apartment building. And my goodness, Batman struck the fear of God into old boy in the red right here, cause he got this man hitting the Venom emote.
No. Wait.
But nah, it's too late to cop the plea now, twin. Taste this pole. And y'all, we are watching a master at work, cause Batman uses his cape to pogo stick himself in the air, hitting the Suni Lee splits to Kung Fu KO these dummies. And just look at the before panel of these boys, cause it's hilarious. They couldn't even fathom how creatively they was finna get fried. And the party animals must think they the Golden State Warriors or something, saying they're strength in numbers, with like 10 of them bull rushing up the stairs at Batman. But nah, triple batarang collab. Then Batman shows off his Louis Vuitton Duffy, cause he's in his bag right now, with the mixed martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, delivering bone-crushing strike after strike to mow these boys down, leaving the trailer.
Bodies!
And like I said in my first Batman vid, he's enjoying this. Cause tell me why Absolute Batman, instead of just having normal bat ears on his cowl, multi-purpose them motherfuckers into 2 twin daggers so he can pull them out on command like Sung Jin Woo, to brutally but precisely slice these boys up like a surgeon, just bloodily taking out all the party animals one after the other, purposely missing their vital arteries by just enough to make sure they survive. So as all this chaos and carnage ensues, this behemoth of a man, known as the Hand, pushes to the front of the crowd yelling, "Move!" donning this massive razor-sharp meat cleaver that he's handling with ease. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this weapon is huge. I don't know, maybe the Hand is compensating for something, but that's just my guess. But anyways, the Hand is what I'm gonna call the equivalent to a mini-boss in the Arkham games. Stronger than the rest of the goons, but at the end of the day, he's still fodder. You there. This Hand has killed more people than you can count. Now, I'm gonna give you one chance. Get the fuck out of our way. And y'all, let me just bring it down 2 notches for a sec. Cause after this line, I am more amazed at the fact that Batman was able to hold it in and not visibly laugh in this man's face. And I'll give it to the Hand. You've been playing in the G League with the bums, so you think you like that. This was a historic aura gamble that ultimately failed. Cause as soon as Batman saw that humongous meat cleaver the Hand was toting around, and he was just like, alright, bet. You see this bat symbol on my chest? I ain't just toting this around for the fashion gango. Then takes a metal pipe from the bat belt, removes the bat symbol from his chest, and connects them to reveal that this actually doubles as Kratos' motherfucking Leviathan axe. Bro, this man Batman was really on this Central C Little Baby type of timing, saying we can go band for band, M for M, axe for axe. What's up? Handy Boy roars forward, but in one foul swoop of pure unadulterated pettiness, Bat social distanced the Hand's hand from his body with no effort. And as the Hand bellows in pain, Batman says,
I hear they can reattach them sometimes. There's a hospital 3 blocks south of here. Or is it east? I can't seem to remember all of a sudden. Either way, if I were you, I'd run. Yeah. Absolute Batman is an S-tier menace to society, cause bro, what? The Hand pulled up confident as can be, gassing himself up like crazy, all for Batman to just hit him with the
You went live and said you pop niggas. You don't pop niggas. You went live and said you whoop niggas. You don't whoop niggas. You went live and said niggas know how you get down. Nobody know how you get down.
So Batman just yells, "Get out of my way!" And the rest of the goons, seeing that Batman just no-diff their #1 guy, are just standing there stunned, looking more terrified than Floyd Mayweather when you tell him he has to read out loud in public. But anyways, the party animal goons start to dip, knowing they don't want no type of smoke with Batman. But Alfred already had a trap set up ahead of time, blowing the staircase to smithereens. And like I said earlier, Alfred is this MI6 type of mercenary now, and his contact tells him it's time to stop spectating now and go get in the field, so it's time to engage. So bro speed blitzes into the smoke with his legendary tac shotgun in hand, pointing the barrel right at Batman's dome, cocking it back saying, "That is the sound of a DC-34 automatic shotgun, sonny boy. One of only 3 in the world, and it could have your brain splattered across the sidewalk before you could even blink." But bro,
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Alfred just spectated in 4K what happens to someone when you try to press Batman. But for some reason, it didn't click in his head to think, that's a real nigga right there. I'ma go in, but let me keep my distance, cause he's dangerous. But even with the shotgun to his dome, Batman was completely unfazed, just continuing to examine the party animal mask, and as soon as he noticed Alfred behind him, he just said,
Shut that weak shit up.
cracking this man like me if I ever got a chance with Pumped with Perry. Boom ganged his shotgun and says,
Sounds dangerous.
then just casually dips from the scene after leaving the trail of straight carnage and running Alfred's pockets, taking his prize shotgun for himself. Like bro, this was just one appearance by Absolute Batman, and I'm already knowing I do not, under any circumstance, want to get on this man's bad side. But anyways, after this, Alfred kept following and observing Bruce. He already knew he was Batman, but he wanted to know more about who he was as an individual, his routines, habits, work life, etc. Just waiting for the perfect time to spin back and strike. So that day finally comes as Bruce is posted up in one of his many stash houses. And this one is a completely abandoned and vacated top floor of a skyscraper. So Alfred closes in on Bats, who's already aware of his presence, pistol in hand. But before Alfred even has the chance to do anything, Bruce emerges from the shadows with the beam of Alfred's DC-34 shotgun pointed directly at him, Uno reversing the situation from earlier. So Alfred, knowing he just got caught in 4K, says,
Put the gun down, kid. You're no killer.
with no hesitation, Batman just 200 pumps him right in the face. Got this nigga ragdoll. And I don't care what anyone says. I know Batman altered the gun to be non-lethal, but in real life, this is a kill shot. Point blank shotty to the dome. You are not surviving that, bro. Your brain is mush, pudding, jello, smoother than an NHL hockey rink. And the last panel is just straight up disrespectful. Not only did Batman go into the Call of Duty gunsmith to turn Alfred's shotty non-lethal, but after hitting him once, while Alfred was on the ground on 1 HP, Bats tossed the gun back to him, basically saying,
Here, I'm done with this shit. You can have it back, little bro.
then acts like he's playing GTA 6, stealing his motorcycle, which is on the top floor of a skyscraper, mind you. Just saying.
You know, you're not the only one who follows people.
And anyone who knows Batman media should know what's coming up next, cause there's 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and Batman aura farming. Cause bro pops a wheelie, breaking the glass to go flying from the top floor, which is 1,000 feet in the air. And some of y'all may be thinking, wait, Huncho, this version of Batman doesn't have powers, and that motorcycle can't fly. How is he surviving this? So y'all remember that cape I talked about earlier, right? Well, yeah. Bruce used that to glide him and the motorcycle down to safety. Mean IG flick in the process. Just straight aura, bro. Pure aura. And Alfred, that's 2 times in 1 chapter, Gango. You may need to hang up that jersey and go into retirement, Unc, cause nah. And y'all, I don't know, this demon, Absolute Batman, may need his own separate video, or multiple, cause this was just the first volume of the series. Hey, if y'all wanna see a dedicated Absolute Batman vid, or just for me to cover more of them in the future, let me know down in the comments. But anyways, just to even further prove that Batman is not worth fighting no matter what, we've gotta talk about Robert Pattinson's version, the Batman. Cause while this version of Batman wasn't moving like Ben Affleck's, that boy was still dropping a smooth triple-double on the heads of these Gotham thugs, putting straight belt to ass all movie. Like at this point, I'm pretty sure we all know the iconic intro monologue, where I kid you not, a year 2 Batman was literally off the backboard lobbing himself aura before he even graced our screens, setting the tone for the entire movie. But anyways, we pick up in Gotham with this regular dude getting off the subway, not knowing he's getting followed by a group of all my exes, straight clowns, cause they can just sense bro has that Ivy League or MIT tenured professor type of money, and is all brains, no brawn. So he should be an easy lick for this young buck they trying to initiate into the Goofy Goober gang. So they walk him down phone, getting ready to make the professor play Five Nights at Diddy's. But Junior looks up into the sky to see that signal, so he knows it's a possibility shit could be getting sticky real soon. And before these boys even get a chance to start, the goons all hear a heavy clatter in the distance, making them all turn their heads like a shorty with the craziest buns just walked past, just for them to hear nothing but this. These loud-ass thunderous footsteps like a titan was approaching, and Batman emerges from the shadows with a menacing aura. So the group leader peeps this and immediately turns to his goons like, "Hey fellas, get a load of this guy. The hell are you supposed to be?" In this one line here, let me know exactly how this scene was finna go. Cause Big B don't even say nothing. He just calmly and methodically walks up to bro, who's throwing a machete, might I add. And like a neurologist, starts getting surgical in that bitch. Perfect parry on the machete and left jab. Then a straight right into a backhand like he was playing tennis. Oh, that right elbow? Yeah, you ain't gonna be using that no more today, twin. Cracked. Runs this man's mouth, pause, 200 pump into another backhand and a quick two jabs to create some separation. Then just gets the pile driving this nigga like he was trying to put his body through the concrete. And to answer bro's question from earlier about who he was, Batman just coldly replies,
I'm vengeance. That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
And all these goons are scared out of their minds. But nah, real quick before we proceed, run that back, Turbo. We gotta hit that rewind button. Cause after all these years, I'm just now noticing something. Peep this. Before Batman and the group leader got into it, look to his left. Man's right here is recording, watching his homeboy get beat relentlessly in Apple ProRes 8K Ultra HD. Oh nah! There's a 1000% chance that these boys are absolutely frying his ass in the group chat after. Bro's never gonna be able to live this down. That's negative aura. Jump back to the present, and it's a 20v1 like Drake versus the rap industry. But guess what?
It do not matter.
Despite taking numerous hits, he's walking each and every one of these boys down in his flow state. And Buddy right here realized boxing wasn't for him and tried up and pole, but stupid. This bat's bulletproof, Gango. And Batman is visibly ticked off, cause here we are running an ethical fade, and you wanna ruin that by bringing a Glock to a fist fight? Just started staring at man's like,
No, 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 don't do that!
and I don't even need to say it, cause Batman made sure to do this man the absolute worst. Putting a shock to his system like static, and just like a towel, he wrung that boy out. And this was the perfect representation of how Pattinson's Batman operates. He's only in his second year, so he's still more than new to the game. But this man will genuinely throw hands without hesitation, walking into anywhere with his fists clenched, scouting the environment for anybody trying to get active. And another prime example of this is the Iceberg lounge scene. So Batman pulls up to the front of the club because he wants to interrogate the Penguin, hoping to get clues about the murder of Mayor Don Mitchell. And I know in my last vid I said Batman never takes the front door, but just like Satoru Gojo, the Batman is the sole exception. So the door opens with Bruce saying,
You know who I am. I'm here to see the Penguin.
"The Penguin?" Buddy, this ain't Antarctica. I think you got the wrong location by a couple thousand miles. Now get lost, freak, before that little suit gets stained with blood.
Mine are yours.
Or gambles without hesitation, then proceeds to line these boys up and dot their asses like an exclamation point. That's two bodies dropped, walking in the spot like he owns the place. And Big B knows he's bound to get full court pressed, but he's more unfazed than Kobe. Buddy right here grabs Batman's shoulder just to get introduced to a fist, elbow, quick disengage, and to literally get his ass kicked. Bro tackle throws Bats into a Javante Davis straight right, stun locking him. But after getting this one hit in, just like a prime gunner in Lil Baby's song, the guards would never recover. Dome shot got balled and ragdolled. And this guy right here? And Batman's just Minecraft speed running through the club security team at this point, putting all these boys on fraud watch. And my brother, this is not Dick's Sporting Goods. Where did you get a bat? Hey, he must be new or something, cause one thing the Arkham series taught us is that weapons have a very low chance of working against Batman. You better off just throwing hands, cause with one little press of that triangle counter button, that bat is getting Uno reversed right back at you. And what do you know? In
4 fucking seconds!
My prediction came true. And just like that, random goon number 36 just hand gifted this crash out a deadly weapon. Cause bro, look at this stance. But I'm supposed to believe Batman doesn't kill.
Yeah. Alright.
So to try to stop the chaos, this dude ups a Glock with his switch, but guess what?
That don't work.
This man turns into Paul Skeens, launching the bat like a baseball with textbook pitching form, delivering a 100-mile-per-hour dot right to this man's face. Just Johnny Cage this nigga out the spot, hitting him with a finisher. Happy early retirement, Gango. And all this chaos, carnage, and destruction was to simply get to and talk to the Penguin, who I want to let y'all know he didn't lay a finger on. Yeah, I've seen enough. Leave this demon alone.
Bitch, I'd rather die!
If y'all want me to continue this series or even cover other characters, let me know down in the comments. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, hit that sub button for me, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Follow me on Twitch so you can chop it up with me when I go live, and sub up to the second channel for even more new content. We're on the road to 10K subs, so lock in with me. If you haven't already, join the Discord to stay updated on everything. All links are gonna be down in the description. And as always, I appreciate the support here on the main channel. Like, I couldn't do none of this without y'all, so thank you.
So, yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Be smooth.